Welcome to another Wyoming Arts Council tutorial. In today's video, we're going to walk you through the budget page of the Community Support Grant application. As you're navigating your grant application, each section will have its own tab. You can move freely between each tab while you work on your application, but don't forget to save. Next to many fields within the application, we've included tooltips. These tips will provide you with additional information about what should be entered in that field. The financial template that you have filled out in the past is no longer required. Instead of detailed financial figures, we are asking you to complete a budget narrative to provide information about your organization's financial health. The tooltip next to this field lists the criteria by which the grant panel will score your application, so consider that information as you complete the budget narrative. The first portion of the budget you will complete is for the operating and project support request of your application. If your organization is only going to request arts education funding, enter 0 in these fields. Total cash expenses should not be for your entire organization's budget, but should only pertain to projects you've included in your application narrative. If you are requesting any of the supplemental Rural Arts Access, Folk and Traditional Arts, or Professional Development funding, make sure you've completed the questions under the corresponding tabs within the application. If you are not requesting supplemental funding, enter 0 in these fields. You will reference the Total Requested Funding field when adding totals at the bottom of the budget, so remember this amount for later. Cash income provided by the applicant can include ticket sales, sponsorships, grants from outside the Wyoming Arts Council, cash donations, or your organization's savings. In-kind donations are anything that your organization does not have to pay cash for, such as contributions of goods, facilities, or services. The next section is where you will provide financial information specific to your arts education projects. Again, make sure you've completed the questions in the corresponding tab if you are requesting these funds. If you are not applying for any arts education funds, enter 0 in these fields and move on. You will reference the Arts Education Requested Funding field when adding totals at the bottom of the budget, so remember this amount for later. The final section of the budget adds up the totals for your entire application. The total cash expense, total cash income, and total project value fields are all auto-calculated once you save the budget page, so do not enter any figures. The grant amount requested from WAC field will be the sum of the total requested funding as well as the arts education funding fields that you noted in earlier sections. Once you've saved the budget page, make sure that the total cash income field is the same amount as the total cash expense field. If they do not match, double-check the amounts you entered in previous sections of the budget. If at any point you experience a technical issue with the grant system, find the Need Support link at the bottom of the page to obtain assistance from CyberGrant staff. Wyoming Arts Council staff will be reviewing all grant budgets for accuracy before applications are sent to panel. But please contact our staff at 307-777-7742 if you have any further questions.